Talk about Gyökeres. What a season he's had, man. Oh my goodness, this guy has been absolutely incredible this season. He scored once again yesterday. It's perfect. He literally scored the final goal for Sporting in the season to clinch the title for them. They finished only 1 point ahead of Benfica, so they needed those goals from Gyökeres, and scoring of having more than 120 goal contributions in 2 seasons. That is crazy. I think if you put all our players' goal contributions together, we still wouldn't get to those kind of numbers that Gyokeres has produced the last 2 seasons. And I don't know what people are talking about in terms of it doesn't fit our style, or, Portuguese league is different. No, I don't care if he's been scoring those goals in whichever country. Even if he gets half of the numbers that he's had this season, just half, not too many, just half of the numbers he's had this season, that would be enough for us. Literally, that would be enough. 30, 31, 32 goal contributions, that is enough for us, because the numbers he's picked up, man, crazy. 51 games, 53 goals, 13 assists. That is 66 goal contributions in 51 matches. These are the kind of numbers that should have him in prison, man. Like, incredible. Talks are advancing between Arsenal and Viktor Gyökeres representatives. He's emerging as the number one choice, and it seems there's a willingness from all parties to get the deal done. The player is happy to come, and Sporting are happy to sell for just over 60 million. Imagine a transfer window where in June, Arsenal have signed Gyokeres and Rodrigo. Like, everyone would be so excited heading into next season. Everyone will have forgotten about this current season. People will be like, okay, now we are talking. Those kind of signings, even the players that we have. Declan Rice has just done an interview after the game, and he was asked, and he said, yeah, it's been not a great season, but hopefully when you go to, the transfer market, and hopefully players are going to leave. Hopefully we do sign players and we have a better season next season. Even a player like Declan Rice knows that we need players. He's not going to say it that clearly, but he said that, when you sign players in the transfer market, and next season, let's see how it goes. Players like Odegaard, maybe his game improves having someone like a Gyökeres running in behind. Saka, how many assists would Saka have had if we had Gyökeres there, How many of those chances would we have finished if we had Rodrigo there? This season, our numbers have dropped. Last season, we had more than 90 goals. This season, 60-something. Those numbers are not great, The home games especially, we've struggled in a lot of them. Newcastle is a tough team, but today 1 goal. Chelsea, 1-0. Ipswich, 1-0. West Ham, we lose 1-0. Aston Villa, we draw the game. Like, a lot of the home games have just not been able to get over the line, apart from the Man City game and Nottingham at home. Even the Wolves game, the first game of the season, we had to wait until the second half before Saka scored that goal. So it's not really been easy for us. Those kind of games, the whole season, I don't think Arsenal has had an easy game. I don't think there's a game where maybe the PSV home game, because we had already done the job in the first leg. But there's no Arsenal game this season where you just sit and be like, oh, let's relax, man. It's already 3-0 at halftime. It's already comfortable. Looks like you're going to get a fourth, a fifth. It's comfortable. The other team doesn't look. Nah. For us, the whole season, 95% of the games we've been watching so keenly. A bit boring, a few games, but you've been thinking, oh my goodness, are we going to concede? Is it going to be 1-1? Are we going to lose? Most of the games we've not been sure they were going to win, and that's because almost every single game we've played this season has been tight. All of them, especially Premier League. Out of the 37 games we've played, 32 of them have been very tight all the way to the end. Even Leicester at home, Southampton at home, we had to score late goals to win those games. So it's not been a great try. But with players like Gyokeres, they could get the job done for you very easily if you gave them the opportunity. And for 60 million, I think that is a no-brainer for sure. If it's not Gyokeres, could it be Watkins? Watkins is back in the news. According to Ghana blog, Andrea Better remains informed on Ollie Watkins' situation. Mikel Arteta is a fan of the player, but Arsenal have concerns over paying a fee in excess of 40 million for a player who turns 30 in December. So I think if you had to talk to Better and Arteta right now, I don't think they'd have Watkins as their first choice. Their first choice was Watkins in January because we were desperate. He was the only one who looked like he was going to be available. But right now, even if Gyokeres and Isaac were not in the picture, and you have to ask Arteta and would you prefer Watkins or Sesko? I think they'd both say Sesko because of the age. Watkins will give you 2 years, but I don't think you're looking for someone to just give us 1 or 2 years. We're looking for someone to give us a good 4 or 5 years minimum, and Gyokeres would do that. Sesko, probably do that, but I don't know if he's going to do that from the first season, which we do need. We need someone to hit the ground running right away from next season. And for me, Gyökeres is that guy. So let's wait and see what happens with Watkins. I don't think we're going to be that serious on him. Defenders. Arsenal are planning to move for another central defender in the upcoming summer transfer window. Sources have told Football Insider. It is believed Arsenal will press ahead with the centre-back signing regardless of a potential exit for Jakub Kiwior. So whether Kiwior stays or goes, looks like you're going to go for centre-back. Is that wise? I'd say we do need a defender because of the injuries. Now, if everyone was fit, we wouldn't need a defender, but I feel like Timber's been overplayed and he's missed the last 2 games. I don't think he's going to play next week. That's because he's played way too many games. You look at Gabriel is currently injured. You don't know when he's going to come back. Tomiyasu is going to be injured until like December. That's when he's going to come back. White has not been the same since the injury. Tierney is leaving. Zinchenko might leave. So how many defenders are those that we have remaining? Right now, it's Kiwior, Saliba, Calafiori, who has also picked up like 3 or 4 injuries this season. So we're not in a good position defensively. We need another player who can play centre-back and maybe full-back. Or if you're going to sign a centre-back, maybe Calafiori is going to be used more as a full-back. Again, let's see though. I would prefer Calafiori to be used more as a centre-back to back up Gabriel and Kiwior to also back up Gabriel and Saliba. That means we will need to look for Lewis Kelly's there, obviously. He's more of a midfielder. That's why I didn't even really count him as a defender, but he's been playing for us left back. So we are going to need a defender, but I would like a defender to be after a striker and a winger. Next up, let's talk about Garcia. Quick one. We've been going for 17 minutes. This videos fly, man. Like we still have like 4 things to talk about, but I don't even think we're going to cover all of that in detail. Arsenal remain firm admirers of Juan Garcia, but internally, Bertie is understood to be skeptical about paying sizable cash for a goalkeeper that is likely to remain second choice to David Raya. Garcia himself is said to be confident he would be able to displace any goalkeeper in the world, as he has strong ambitions to become one of the best at his craft. So this is according to Ryan Taylor. So we have been into Juan Garcia. I don't think we have to get this particular goalkeeper. For me, I'll be looking for a backup goalkeeper. Yes, it's very advisable to get a good backup goalkeeper, but I don't think Juan Garcia would just want to be a backup. I think he has a chance to go and play first-team football for someone, so I don't think he'd be keen. Partey, let's rush through this one. Arsenal hope to retain Thomas Partey on a relatively short-term contract, with the midfielder's priority also being to stay at the club. So let's see how that one goes. Today, the midfield was way open. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. Today's midfield, the first half, was way open. I don't know if there's where Partey was. I don't know where the communication was, but the midfield was way too open. And also this one, Partey is keen to Barton are keen to do deals quicker this transfer window. We'll talk more about this in the next video. So yeah, shorter than I thought I was going to talk about all this, but I had to talk about the Arsenal-Newcastle game. Let me know what you make about all that. Mbeumo, would you be interested in him? Would you want him as a backup for Saka? Or would you be focused on other positions, mainly the left side? Let me know. Thank you for watching.